Hello everybody, welcome back to the Jerby Apiary. This is the hive lifter, and it actually says on here, you can see beehivelifters.com, that I wanted to try because I'm adding some other interesting hive setups that I'll talk about more at another time. And I needed something that's going to be able to help me in lifting these because I'm not getting any younger, and I do the vast majority of my stuff back here with the hive solo. So I wanted something that can take the edge off a little bit, make it a little bit easier for lifting boxes if it comes to that. So that's what this is. This is an electric dolly forklift hybrid setup, one way to look at it. The bees are going to be a little bit confused because I just moved them. I'll show you how it went for moving them, and I'll explain how this works. As I said, the short version of it is this is like a forklift slash dolly. It has these front forks that's on an electric pulley system. They do have manual versions that have a hand crank for turning it up also. And it all goes onto this and has a nice pivot system with electric controls right here. You turn on the power and then you use the switch. And you can pivot it straight up so that you can get underneath things, and then you can use it like a dolly like this. I say this is like a forklift because it has forks like a forklift. Also say it's a hybrid like a dolly because it's on wheels and a pivot, much like a dolly is, or a hand truck as some people call it. I said this is electric and it goes up and down with an electric pulley system. The higher up it is, the easier it is to move it around whenever you have a heavy load on it. I believe the capacity is about 200 pounds for this, which is adequate for most needs. If I had a very full lay-ins hive, I think it would be maxing it out quite a bit, but I needed to move my hive one, or at least I wanted to, and this is the way that I did it. After moving everything, I decided to give it a little bit of a check. Everything seemed good. Nothing was moved out of the way, especially because the way I picked it up, it would not let the frame slap back and forth, which is the right way to do it. So I would say preliminary looks good. The forks themselves adjust using a 9/16 inch wrench. You just loosen them up, and then you can slide them in and out to get the different widths that you may need. And there are two different arms. This is the optional kind of fork lifting arms. There are others that have flip up hinges on them with a metal piece that goes out for grabbing something like a Langstroth box that has handles on the side so it can fit inside of there and lift them straight up, which is what the first design purpose was for this. These are specifically made for something with a handle or a Langstroth box, and you lift it up by having the box flush against here. When the handle comes into contact with this, it will open up because of the space, and then it'll provide a shelf. I'll show you how that works. So let's say we have this Langstroth box here that I want to lift. So far to be coming up on it, what I would do is I'd raise it up, come over, here it'll already be hitting another box, and I would let this slide over. You can see it lifts up those little shelves, I guess I'll call them. Lean this forward so you're on it. Once you have it in position and underneath, you're ready to lift. You can see it's lined up with the handles. Raise it up. You see how the little handles flip over to grab it. And now you can move this to wherever you want. To set it back down, line it up with what you have here. This is barely even wide enough, but you'll see. Slide it away. Pretty slick.
Once I get a little bit more experience using this, I could try to give a little bit more of a recommendation or not a recommendation. We'll try it for lifting other things, and as I go through other things with my hives, we'll see how much utility it has, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you on Jeremy Apiary.